Greetings and welcome to Euroman's Movie Report. This week I of course have a sore throat, as you can hear, and I have been busy at work these last couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to post that many movie reviews as I used to. But this week I watched a film by German director Dorian Donnersmarck, which in my ears sounds like some out of the Battle of Britain. You know, the old film from the 1960s starring Michael Caine. And Dorian Donnersmarck, he's known for the film The Lives of Others, which I don't remember if it won an Oscar, but it was nominated for an Oscar a couple of years ago. It was about this excuse me, Stasi. You know, in ancient times there was something called Eastern Germany. And Eastern Germany was a communist dictatorship, and there they had this secret police called the Stasi. And in the film The Lives of Others, there was this servant of the state, a Stasi agent, who was tasked to listen in doing a surveillance operation of some cultural intellectuals, and he starts to like the life they are living with their free thoughts and free spirit, etc. And it's the Lives of Others. It's won a critical acclaim when it came out in 2006, and it got an Oscar nomination, of course. And it was generally a good film, like many of the German films which has been released worldwide and or limited worldwide these last couple of years. So then Dorian Donnersmarck has gone and effed that up by directing the movie The Tourist. The Tourist could have had everything going for it. It has a level of romance, suspense, and a thriller element. But in some way, The Tourist it doesn't connect these elements into a good movie. For instance, the only good character in the film is the Interpol officer played by Paul Bettany. You know, the guy who played an angel in a B movie with a machine gun, but also is known for voicing Jarvis in the 2 Iron Man films starring Robert Downey Jr. He's good because he's good at playing this British type of character, and I think he's good, and he was a good addition to it. He was the best thing about this film. But then there's Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie, and the whole story about their characters is utterly stupid, because the movie starts with a cafe in Paris, and there we see Angelina's character sitting down at this cafe, and her character is named Elise Clifton Ward, which is very hard to remember, and they should just have gone with Elise Ward. And because Johnny Depp's character is called Frank Trupolo, and I don't see the point in having the female lead having a free word name. So she sits, Angelina's character, she sits down at this cafe, and it's surveyed by some very French-looking French police officers who are transmitting some the surveillance photo of her to Paul Bettany, Inspector John Archerson, who's sitting in his office in London. And this scene is very long, and she receives a letter from her husband, called I don't remember. I just have to look it up on IMDb. What is it? I don't remember his full name, but it's LP or LB or I don't remember, or AL. And he isn't there to meet her, and he sent us this letter, and where this says, "Go on the 822 train on Gare de Lyon, or Gare du Nord, and pick a guy who looks like me, and yada yada yada, and make the cops believe that it's him, that him is me, etc. And then chaos ensues, and Angelina's character, she boards the train, and then there she meets Johnny Depp's character Frank Tupelo, who is sitting in a compartment, second class, smoking a cigarette, and that whole scene is the meeting is extremely dumb because he pretends not to know her and is very surprised when she sits down, and later in the film we learn that, yeah, I'm not gonna give it away, but they know each other, and that's generally what sums up this entire movie. The whole plot is extremely confusing, and the last 30 minutes of the film, it's extremely predictable, and I don't know. IMDb says it was Florian Hinkel von Donnersmarck. Sounds like someone, as I said, from the Battle of Britain, and it says it was him who was one of the screenplay writers, and I must say they should go back to screenwriting school, because this movie, it wasn't very. It had plenty of nice scenery in it, and was of course product placements for Sony, because in every scene there was a Sony Ericsson phone, a Sony Ericsson laptop, Sony Ericsson stationary PC, etc. So it was one big giant Sony Ericsson commercial, in my opinion, or a travel commercial about going to Venice. So a combination of those because it wasn't a thriller, it wasn't a romance film, and it wasn't a spy film either, because the plot was too confusing, and both Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie, they were too famous to play those roles, because when first Angelina came onto screen and later Johnny Depp, I personally immediately focused on, oh, there's Johnny Depp sitting there in a train compartment smoking a cigarette in a non-smoking train, and oh, there's Angelina Jolie. Wonder what they're doing. And they were simply too. The characters were simply too wooden and stiff to make them interesting. And I don't understand why the movie. I'm just looking at the IMDb page now. It's at a 6.0 out of 10 on IMDb, because maybe it's not me. It's me who isn't intellectual enough. But I found the movie utterly silly and utterly stupid. So yeah, and then but one must conclude, being a guy, that even though she's aging now, Angelina, she has a good-looking body. So that brings me to the rating of the film. Out of 6 Coca-Cola bottles, I would say 2 out of 6 Coca-Cola bottles, because it had some okay scenery, and Angelina, she is a good-looking woman, and so that's basically it. 2 out of 6 Coca-Cola bottles for me. But but if you like films where it's where the plot is very predictable and with wooden characters, you should definitely check out The Tourist. So that's it. This is Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report, signing off, and next week I'm gonna review True Grit. So see you then, and don't forget, if you want to donate to me, no one has done yet, but donate anything, but if you want to donate to me so I can go out and buy a real video camera instead of this HD webcam, when you go to PayPal and use the handle Euroman28@gmail.com to donate to me, and small donations, even small donations, would be appreciated. So until then, until next week, This is Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report, wishing everyone a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.